Hola, cage fighting connoisseurs. This is KidNativeBloodyElbow.com, joined once again by the inevitable, the ineffable, the ineluctable Eugene S. Robinson, author of Fight, Everything You Ever Want to Know About Ass Kicking, but we're afraid you get your ass kicked for asking. Eugene.
Whoa, little competitive pressure. You pick up the pace. You got it. One swipe. You should be proud of yourself.
I generally am.
As I am of you.
Well, thank you. It's it's the UFC Shanghai Care Don't Care preview, and we need a disclaimer, Eugene, because the babies,
crybabies, bedwetters, grumblers, complainers, work-shy individuals, malingerers, greedy bread gobblers. This has less to do with your skills and talents as a fighter or a human being, and much more to do with the marketing heft and weight that Endeavor and the Bald One have put behind you. If you get on the don't care list, which will be many of you today, and it hurts your feelings, don't come crying to us. Just fight an exciting fight, and guaranteed you'll be on the next care list. Until then, like I said, don't come crying to us, bedwetters.
There you go. And so we're talking about UFC Shanghai, also known as UFC.
And usually you'll note that I start this show out with a pen in this hand, because I'm right-handed, and a piece of paper in this hand. Okay? I am convinced enough. I am convinced enough that this card will be enough ass, so I have neither. Hands free. If I have to reach over and grab this pen, it'll be a special thing. So let's go.
Yeah, I predict at most 3 cares. More like
how do you like this thing with Trump now with LeVar Ball? Have you ever been like at a baseball game or a football game and the two loudest mouth guys in the stand start jawing at each other? Well, you a fat fuck. You got my oh yeah. Well, you're the dumbass. And then they have like some spastic struggle, and then they get out of breath, and then they both sit down and shut the fuck up. This is like that, except these guys will never sit down and shut the fuck up.
No. And generally, these guys get along with each other. This situation, you're always trying to put the two obnoxious bullies together, hoping they'll beat each other up, and then they become pals.
Yeah.
But so that could still work out to a happy ending. But this fight card, it's on UFC Fight Pass Saturday. I believe it's going to be Saturday morning for American fans, early.
Saturday morning. Well, usually I'd be at jiu-jitsu, but the lazy Leopoldo Sorao has chosen to close the school, forcing me to go elsewhere for my jiu-jitsu fix.
He probably thinks he needs a holiday to be with his family.
Well, you know, yeah, he had a kid, and then he got all soft, you know.
Yep. So 3:45 a.m. Eastern time is when this starts. 12:45 a.m. Pacific time. And I guess that's Saturday morning. The main card starts at 7 a.m. Eastern, 4 a.m. Pacific. So I know you'll be up anyway at 4 a.m., still up from the night before, right?
Yep. Me and Lee Hazelwood.
You and Lee Hazelwood. And Nancy Sinatra's already tucked in bed. All right.
The velvet morning when I'm straight. Anyway, sorry.
That's beautiful, beautiful stuff. All right. So we've got like 8 fights on the Fight Pass prelims, 4 fights on the Fight Pass main card. I assume it'll be one stream, but you never know. So first up, heavyweights, Cyril Asker versus Yao Zhang Hu.
I don't care.
I don't care either, although I'm curious about the Chinese heavyweight. Featherweight, Wuliji Buren versus Rolando Dai.
I don't care.
Me neither. Heavyweight, no. Women's bantamweight, Yanan Wu versus Gina Mazany.
Do not care. Don't care.
Yeah. All right. Heavyweight, Chase Sherman versus Shamil Abdurakhimov.
Almost because of Sherman, but not quite, man. I got a good thing going here.
Yeah, I think this one is one I might make a point of watching later, depending on reports, but I doubt that I'll get up in time to watch it. Bantamweight, Yadong Song versus Bharat Kandare.
Don't care, and I want people to see this right now. Hands free, baby.
No pen, no paper.
Nope.
No record. Women's strawweight, Kailin Curran versus Xiaonan.
Don't care.
Ouch. Ouch. I thought you might, there was just an outside chance you might care about Curran, but.
Almost.
wasn't to be. 'Twas not to be, as they say. Yeah, and she's also terrible. She's 1-5 in her UFC career. So, wow. Welterweight, Kenan Song versus Bobby Nash.
Almost because of Nash, not enough, man. 645.
Yep,
no.
Featherweight, Zabit Magomedsharipov versus Sheymon Moraes.
Don't care.
And Magomedsharipov is only one guy, despite having enough names for like 5 people.
Yeah.
It's just one man. And he's actually kind of intriguing. The last time he fought, he comments that had us saying,
yeah, I remember.
From care to don't care, but Eugene, you're a liar. You don't care.
Yeah, but
you care.
But next time, yeah. But if they put him against an old lady with a grocery bag, I wouldn't care, right?
Well, what if it was in front of your house? You could just watch it from the window.
I probably wouldn't be able to see him because he'd be hiding behind the stop sign.
That's
a callback for people who didn't need to watch. If I did it.
Yes. So, yeah, I think I'm going to give this a care, and I'm going to pick Magomedsharipov.
God damn you. Okay, so now I got to reach out for the paper.
You got to invoke the Lord over this.
Okay, that's right. I forgot in Texas, that's cussing. All right. So, Kid Nate, and you have picked Magomed. Okay.
Sharipov.
All
right. And so, welterweight, Muslim Slikhov versus Alex Garcia.
Don't care.
No, me neither. All right. Featherweight, Wang Guan versus Alex Bruce Leroy Caceres.
Woo! Man, I love Bruce Leroy. You know,
I do too. You got to wonder what the kid does to be exiled to fight cards like this. Like,
well, that's he's not much, right? So,
yeah, it doesn't take much. So
I'm sorry, I don't care.
Ouch, man, you're grading everything on a curve. Everything.
No, I mean, no. Look, come on. Fuck, man. I mean, the reality of it is, this guy, if he was fighting Wes Sims, I'd be excited. If he was fighting Sorrell, like I wouldn't care.
Ouch. All right. So now we've got welterweight.
And just for people who are keeping track, look at that list. That's the fight. That's the fight so far.
It's immaculate. It's immaculate. So now we've got Zak Ottow. This is at welterweight. Zak Ottow versus Jingliang.
Don't care.
AKA the Leech.
Don't care.
You don't care about the Leech?
I don't care, man.
He's got 2 straight fight of the nights.
Sorry. Prove it.
Oh, I care. See, because I'm what they call hardcore, Eugene. Yeah, hardcore.
Okay. And you're picking.
I'm like that cyst that just squeezed out of the guy's back on YouTube. Hardcore.
I don't know what you're doing. So you're picking.
I'm picking the Leech, man. When in China, you know.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
You know, like I've recently.
Right now, I realize the stakes are too fucking high. I mean, at this point now, I got to run the table. So
you've backed yourself into a corner with big talk. It's not the first time this has happened to you, Eugene.
It won't be the last.
We could ask Donna Shalala, but we don't know the Donna Shalala story, so we can't.
Man, oh man, I got to tell you, the Clintons just bring me down so much, man. I can't.
And you used to be a Hillary man. Is that it? The shame of thinking that she was.
No. You know what it's like? It's like being a Johnny Boney Joni fan, right? Always knew you would fail, but never quite so spectacularly.
Except when Johnny Boney Joni gets in the cage, he's awesome.
That's true.
I mean, Big Dog was that way, but Mrs. Hillary not so much.
Yeah, you're right about that. But it gets, they say why you hate watching people make mistakes, because your brain is making the mistake. And your brain is getting frustrated with you like you're making the mistake. That's why Sorrell, when he watches our jiu-jitsu, it kills him, right? I didn't realize that till I got better at jiu-jitsu and started watching guys who are like white belts and stuff. And then like I'll actually roll with a guy and say some stuff like, why would you do that? Why? I just can't, like, why? And that's the way I feel with the Clintons. Like, why? Why would you take fucking, why? What's the matter with you?
Well, look at the money and the power and everything. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Good for you. You make that nice next step, because after that, that's the point where I realize they're rich, I'm broke.
Yep. I mean, if you get in the hot water, can you call out ex-Mossad agents and former district attorneys from New York to crush your victims?
I cannot. I cannot. You
see, that's where.
But if that was,
wrong.
Wouldn't that be like a side? If I got to call Mossad agents repeatedly, if I have to keep them on retainer, don't you think that might be a sign that your life is fucking kind of gone wrong?
Man, it might be time to check yourself.
It might be
before you wreck yourself.
Yeah, right. Because
don't you think Bob Weinstein wishes he'd called Harvey and said, you know, at some point in the last 30 years, hey, fool, check yourself.
Oh, I think Bob.
Before you wreck yourself.
I think Bob, because shotgun bullets are bad for your health. I think Bob probably told him plenty of times. You know, you gotta.
One would hope.
You gotta back off of this. You gotta. I know. No, Harvey, you gotta. No, I know. And there's another success, another, $100 million. Nah.
They should have put like a taser on his body with a big button that says "press here" in case of assault, you know, and any woman who is dealing with them just pushes the taser button if he gets too close.
I don't know, man. It is a blood. I called it a tsunami, and it hasn't stopped, and it's not going to stop.
But when will it hit the boardrooms? When will it hit red America? So far, it's just devastating blue America. But
no, that's just recent. It's been. The guy having sex with the dude in his office. This is hitting everybody. The New York Times,
when it hits the boardroom,
Fox. Yeah, well, okay. So
it has hit Fox. I got it. You're right. It's hit Fox, but that's still in the media field.
So what you're really talking about is Wall Street. When will it hit? When will it hit the big money guys who can afford to make everything go away? Maybe never.
Exactly.
Maybe never, because I got a price, you know.
Yeah. It could be. All right. So
I've been sexually assaulted. Here's a check. Okay.
All right. Yep. And now we come to the main event.
Okay.
Main event. Kelvin Gastelum, and it was supposed to be facing Anderson Silva, but Anderson didn't study for his test and failed his test, so needed to do a little more homework.
Right.
And not so many drugs. And so Kelvin, he was on kind of a hot streak when he retired Tim Kennedy, and then he beat up Vitor Belfort, but then that was overturned
because of the weed.
He lost, yes, because of weed, and then he lost to Chris Weidman. So it's like, is Gastelum in the misty woodpile?
No. That was a gimme to Weidman. It was like. What was that hip hop song about? Posse's out on Broadway. Sat up with the driver and made him feel good. This was to give him a little win to make him feel good. I think he was overmatched with the. He was, it was a favor. Like Bisping is doing a favor.
I see. Yeah, it is awfully sporting of Bisping to come in and save this event for him.
Yeah, that's soon after, company guy, and consequently, I'm almost on the edge of not caring. But I can't blank on this completely, because I would feel, even though the temptation is just to run the card, but I am interested and will make an effort and go out of my way to see this fight. And do I have a pick? I absolutely do not. How's that? Is that fair to middling?
That's weak sauce, Eugene.
Well, no, it's philosophically sound, because it's clear it doesn't make a difference whether Bisping wins or not. Right, it won't make a difference to the upward progress of a Gastelum, because they're just trying to save a fucking fight. They're just trying to give this guy something to do, and Bisping is trying to find a convenient way to kind of retire in style, get a few more fucking things under his belt, maybe get close to Hall of Fame stats that he can live with. So, whatever. He saves the day. He looks like a king. He gets a bunch of money. He gets to do the cameras on again. Doesn't have to stay at home. Gets involved. So it doesn't. Can you honestly tell me that the win-loss outcome of this makes a difference? Can you honestly tell me that? You cannot.
Well, if Gastelum loses, that's bad for Gastelum.
That's pretty bad for Gastelum, yeah.
Yeah, but otherwise, not so much.
So based on that, let me pick Kelvin then.
I see you're picking Kelvin. I too picked Kelvin. But did you notice Bisping said he's part of his agenda with this was not just the fight and the money. He wants to retire in London in his next fight, but he also wants to eat some good Chinese food while he's in Shanghai. So
he'll be very surprised.
Why?
A friend of mine who is a food and travel guy said pretty significantly. He goes, "Oh, there you go." He said that the best Indian food he had was in London. It's not in India. Similarly, the best Chinese food in any place other than China bears no resemblance to, So. And
your point is that.
Well,
you just contradicted yourself. You were going somewhere. You could have made something interesting with.
No.
The best Indian food is in London, because you could say the best Chinese food is in Los Angeles. There's literally a case to be made.
My point was that you're not likely to find the best Chinese food in China.
Well, see, I think you're wrong there, though. Shanghai, because Chinese food is actually like at least 5 major cuisines, maybe 8.
Correct.
And Shanghai is not only the seat of one of those cuisines, it's also the place where the other cuisines kind of meet and show off. So I think I'm told some of the best Chinese food eating in the world is in Shanghai. So
I'm also told like the capital of Sino prostitution is near there. On a special island that I will not mention, but I would imagine a man like him might get sidetracked.
I see. Like go a little Andy Kaufman style there.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we don't approve of that sort of thing. I also want to credit, you haven't complimented me on my weight loss, but it's been immense. I've lost 20 pounds.
Oh, really?
And my key, what the secret is? Instead of late night cereal, I've been watching this show on YouTube called The Food Ranger, where this guy travels around China. He's this Canadian nerd who speaks beautiful Chinese, and he eats anything. I mean, organs, bull penis, whatever they put in front of him, he will eat it. And I like to watch this show instead of eating. And it's weird, the mix of anorexia and food porn.
I don't think you've said anything quite as sad to me ever.
Well, and I fit into my suit. That's the moral of the story. That's
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I was 227. Now I'm 215.
12 pounds. How'd you do it?
Life tragedy.
Well, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, I keep it to myself. In the fullness of time, I'll share it with you. But right now, good way to lose weight.
Yeah, I've been there. I've been there through that. I also had a root canal, which helped immensely.
That helps. That helps.
Yes. All right. So, is that our show?
That's the show, man. That's it. We're done.
We gave it 22 minutes. Well, you were late, so we gave it almost 20 minutes.
All right.
What are we going to do? So, have a happy holiday, everybody in America. For those of you who are not in America, not celebrating Thanksgiving, you're lost. You should have had Thanksgiving. I mean, Eugene's trying to show you how to give the thumbs up, but he's hopeless.
Or if you're a vegetarian.
Hey, vegetarians can still have a delightful Thanksgiving. I've had excellent meatloaf.
Yeah, okay. That's great. All right. Well.
Yeah. I mean, and you're a pescatarian. You could have a giant, beautiful fish.
And yet I will not, because Poland is not a big Thanksgiving. So, but anyway.
I see. Oh, well, that's,
Anyway, it's not about me. I'll be training jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. So follow us on Twitter at Eugene S. Robinson, at KidNet. Eugene was trying to give you the thumbs up sign, but he doesn't know his middle finger.
Oh, sorry. That's a thumbs up.
Okay. There's a thumb symbol beneath the screen. Click that. Subscribe to MMANation.com on YouTube. Subscribe to MMA Nation on iTunes. Get the audio without the ugly. Read me at bloodyelbow.com. And follow me at LetItRollPodcast.com to hear my rock and roll history podcast. Eugene, I know you've been listening to every episode, right?
Yeah, I have. Yeah. I'm a supporter of the home team, man.
Excellent. Much appreciated.
And I know there's an Oxbow one coming up, so.
We'll get there. We will get to Oxbow. I promise you. Actually, the next series, Ed's working on part 2 of his rock and roll history. This is Ed Ward I'm talking about. What are you doing here? You wandering away?
No, I got to stand up. My legs are killing me.
I see. And Ed's one of the original, deans of rock criticism. He was on NPR's Fresh Air for 30 years. But he's one of these rock critics who's got immaculate taste until about 67, 68, and then he hates Led Zeppelin. And I want to do a series where I argue with him about the shit he's not putting in to book 2, because he wants to talk about pub rock and not heavy metal. It's like nobody gives a fuck about pub rock. Come on.
Yep. So, you're right. Have me on if you need. I'll do a fly-in.
We'll see.
No,
see.
I've got personal stories about Robert Plant. So, but whatever.
Well, I have ambitions to interview Robert Plant, but that's a different story. So, right. And then Zane will be back with the MMA vivisection for this fight card. We'll have full coverage on Bloody Elbow, et cetera, et cetera. I believe we'll have a 6th round Saturday afternoon if you're in the States. And adios, MMA aficionados. Thanks, Eugene. We'll see you next time.
All right, man. Later.